DBL Nation. Welcome to the break room. I'm Kelly.
I'm Al.
This is Al. I'm Kelly. This is Al. We're here.
There's a little bit of disappointment when you said that.
No, I'm disappointed that we're at work.
Yeah?
To be honest, yeah. I mean, we're here. We're thriving.
It's a good way to kick the show off for
everybody. We're doing it.
We don't want to be here.
No, a lot of you DBL Nation, you guys are at home, and I know you are. Did
Jealous.
you call in sick today? And if you did, are you actually sick, or are you faking it? 4.7 million people out of the millions that called in sick, 4.7 million aren't actually sick.
Yeah.
That's fair.
What would you say the percentage of people that are actually sick when they call in? I think you should just
On a
be able
normal
to
day?
say, I'm not coming in today without...
I think you should too.
And just spare your employee a little bit of dignity.
I actually think with Jason, there was a day where I needed to take a mental health day, and I think I just said, Kelly's out today, and they didn't question me because they shouldn't. Like, if you need to take a mental health day, that's on you, right?
Right, definitely.
Yeah, I think a lot of people... Yeah, I mean, Jason said, he's over there on the side, he said, I'm such a good boss. You really are such a good boss.
What if everybody had 4 mental health days that you could take just like once a quarter?
I think a lot of people would have a better outlook on their jobs. They'd be happier.
Would you guys have taken it today?
Oh, mental health day. I would like to, every once in a while, I would like to take a day at in the middle of the week.
Ooh, yeah.
People always take like
that.
a Monday or a Friday, and I understand that. But I think like just to have a Wednesday.
Ooh, see, I don't like that because then you gotta go back.
Yeah, but then you can break your week up a little bit.
That's true.
You really just break your week into 2 tiny weekends.
Into 2 tiny weeks. That's true. That's a good point. Chris had to work yesterday, so he actually has Thursday off, and I'm like, that's weird because then you have to come back for Friday, right? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, but he gets to see us.
That's true. That's a really good point. DBL Nation, did any of you call in sick? Oh, John Venturini on YouTube, he says, looks like the polar vortex is retreating, and it's 50 degrees here in Philly. That's nice. That sounds lovely. Yeah, we're at work. We are at work here. Yeah, Brandy's at work. Tammy, she says, hi, DBL. Hello, Tammy.
What's up, Tammy?
So we want to know, what did you guys think of the Super Bowl? Did you think the game was good, or were you bored?
I was super, and I'm a football fan, so I do appreciate a defensive struggle. I thought that they would start scoring a little bit in the second half. They did not. But I mean, if for somebody that just loves a football game, I mean, a lot of football games end 13-3. Yeah. It's just, I think, with the Super Bowl, especially because we've been spoiled. The one last year was really good.
Yep.
The year before that, there was a huge comeback where Atlanta was up 28-3, and then ended up blowing that. How Atlanta?
At least
Are you guys still at the bar drinking over that? Yeah. So so the last 2 Super Bowls have been really exciting, and eventually you're just gonna get kind of like it was an
Yeah, it was the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. So that's kind of crazy. John Venturini on YouTube says, awesome job on the Hot Topic Adam Levine joke last night.
Oh,
you tweeted what we were all thinking, sir, and we will be getting to that soon. How are you both? Patriots won. Ooh, Isaac Banks is very excited that the Patriots won.
And to Isaac, I just hope for any Patriot fan, you guys soak this in. Because this has never been done in the history of sports.
It's pretty wild.
I mean, there were the old Celtics teams back when there were only like 14, 16 teams in the league. I think they won like 8 in a row or something like that. But in modern sports times, especially with the way football is set up with free agency, it's meant for you to be good for 3 years and then kind of tail off.
Okay, that makes sense.
They want to have parity in the league.
Which
and
is fair.
So everybody feels like they have a chance for their team to win. And the Patriots have just done it over and over again with different players, but obviously the same core with Belichick and Brady. So.
Well, I thought it was really cool. I'm blanking on his name, the MVP. Edelman?
Julian Edelman, Kent State alum. Shout out Ohio.
He seems pretty awesome. He was on all the morning shows this morning. He said when he was in 8th grade, he used to pretend I'm Tom Brady at recess, and he used to throw the ball, and then he got to win the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
I believe
last
he
night.
was a quarterback in college.
That would make sense.
And then switched over. But again, the Patriots do this thing. They find these guys that are just really smart and do their assignments rather than kind of going after the guys that are super athletic. And obviously, results don't lie. Yep.
And DBL Nation.
What were you looking for the Super Bowl? Like when you sit down, you're a commercial girl?
For sure, commercials. Okay. But I have to be honest, I only watched some of the Super Bowl. I missed the halftime show too. I was catching up on Big Brother.
There we go.
Yeah. So anyway, but I did like a lot of the commercials. DBL Nation, we want to know what your favorite commercials were. I liked the Amazon Alexa one. Did you see that one with the dog that kept running around and ordering the food, dog food? It's pretty cute. We'll be showing that one on the show later today, I'm pretty sure, so you'll see it. Did you have any favorite commercials?
I didn't. I could not believe the heavy hip-hop influence of so many commercials.
Yep.
It just shows you, I mean, you saw Travis Scott at halftime. You saw Cardi B had a commercial. You saw that Backstreet Boys and Chance the Rapper had a commercial.
Love that.
And it just shows you that hip-hop culture is American culture.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
These people have ad agencies, and they're like, there's a thing called the Q score, and they figure like your Q score kind of I don't know how they determine it, but it's your popularity. So I think The Rock, had the highest one
that
for
makes
a long
sense.
time.
Everyone loves The Rock.
So they figure out like who's got the most, and obviously Chance the Rapper's there. Backstreet Boys, I thought that was interesting, and I had a conversation with Jeff about this yesterday.
Yeah.
And I want to get your opinion on this. You didn't even have to watch the game to know this. Chance the Rapper and the Backstreet Boys had a commercial, and then I started thinking, are they the same demo? Because are they? Because I feel like I look at somebody like Jeff. We joke around, but Jeff he's a fan of boy bands.
Yeah, he likes boy bands.
But Jeff is also at 39, 40. He knows who Chance the Rapper is.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of both. Backstreet Boys is my demo, I feel like, and a little bit older. And my sister, she's 35. She loves both too.
Right.
So I love that combination.
Now, would your mom know who the Backstreet Boys were?
Yes.
Would your mom know who Chance the Rapper is?
Yes, but my mom's cool.
Right. Yes, but I think
I don't know if all moms would.
I don't know if all moms would, but I feel like Chance is starting to. He's in that
so
thing
unique.
where like he bleeds into things.
He totally does.
Where he's off his normal genre and like he can bleed into
and he also does such good things that I think he's on. You hear about it. You hear him on the morning shows. A lot of moms watch the morning shows. Ooh, we've got a lot of comments coming in. Rainey says, "Ooh, the halftime show. We'll get to that." Is it easier for people on the West Coast than the East Coast because the game is over earlier?
Yes,
that's a good point.
Yes, let me just.
So what time did it get over? That was BH Brady.
Oh, BH Brady, what's up, man?
Thank you.
I'll tell you this, BH. As somebody that lived on the East Coast for years, I lived in New York for 5 years, lived in Miami for almost 10. The first thing I noticed when I moved to Los Angeles, I was like, oh my goodness, because I was still a middle school teacher when I taught in Miami.
Okay.
And the worst thing would be Monday Night Football because it'd be a good game.
So late.
It'd be like 23 going in the fourth quarter, but it's 11:15, and I have to be up to teach middle schoolers in like 6 hours. So I would always be like, oh, do I want to leave this great game and just find out what happens, or do I just watch it play? And now, when I moved to the West Coast, not only is football on 3 hours earlier, it comes on, Monday Night Football comes on during happy hour. You're welcome, America. Like, I'm like, are you serious right now? The game's on at 5 o'clock. It's over at 8. Wait, I can go home and be an adult
still get a
and see
good
the
night's
whole game?
sleep. Yeah.
So, yes, the West Coast is really good for sports. And I'll tell you one weird thing.
Yeah.
I did a show in Hawaii years ago with my buddy Hannibal, and Saturday, we were both big gamblers, or used to be. I think I'm going to retire. We went to a bar to watch some college football, and the Florida State game is on at 7 o'clock in the morning because they're even 2 hours.
Whoa!
They're 3 hours before LA, so a noon game. A 10 o'clock game comes at 7 o'clock in the morning. And their fans at the bar,
I love
full
it.
jerseys,
I love it.
6:30 in the morning.
That's my kind of game.
Yes,
I'm an
getting the
early
Micheladas
riser.
going. Yes.
I love that. All right, let's see, everyone. Ooh, people liked the Morning is Here Jason Bateman Hyundai ad. And the Tom Hanks, I didn't see this Washington Post one that everyone's talking about. I need to see that one. Did you see that?
I didn't.
It was about journalists and why we need journalists. So I definitely need to check that one out. Thanks for sending that in.
That's cool.
I also liked the Budweiser Game of Thrones one.
Yeah.
That was good. I didn't expect that to come. It was kind of the setting, and so you were kind of hoping, and then it came. That was pretty cool.
Budweiser's always good with a good commercial. Doritos are usually good for a couple catchy ones. I didn't really get the Backstreet Boys Chance crossover that much. I mean, I got it. I mean, it wasn't like anything to dissect in a philosophy class, but it was fine. And I mean, I guess it is. I think what I saw was them trying to conflate those two fan bases and be like, "Hey, do you like the Backstreet Boys?
I think you're
Chance?"
exactly right.
And
yeah,
vice versa.
I think
just
you're
use them
right.
as a vehicle.
All right, guys, we're going to move to our fifth host now, and our fifth host relates to this.
Fifth host?
Yeah, so what did you think of the Super Bowl halftime show? Did you see it, and what did you think?
I did. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I want you to be 100% honest.
At that point, Daddy had a few.
Okay.
And you know what, guys? For as much as I'm a hater, I had a great time. I think looking back on it, it's kind of like...
You declared.
Yes.
Oh, wait, Jason, can you tell us what he thought?
I'll stay off camera, but Al thought it was very good.
Okay, it sounds like at the party that I missed.
Sam is going to kill... I almost don't want to do the show today because Sam is going to kill me.
For saying you liked it?
Yes. Yeah, I was very... and that's the thing. I'm not going to walk it back. I was entertained at the time. I was looking at Sam's little girl, Sophie. I was looking at Lawson, Jeff, and Jordan's little boy dancing. And I was like, man, this is a good performance. Then I saw Travis Scott come out. He did a song I liked. I saw Big Boy come out. He did a song I liked.
Okay, but no Outcast reunion. I was a little let down by that.
I think Andre 3000 still has a lot of issues with the NFL. And so...
That makes sense. That's fair.
And again, it's weird. And so, this is my theory, though. And I want to hear what you think about this. ever since the Janet Jackson wardrobe debacle, we have been steadily become safer and safer with our acts. We make sure we almost like bowling bumper ball them in, like you can't do this, you can't do this, and you're telling artists to continuously water down their product to make it more palatable.
Yep.
And then once we get to this, everybody's like, oh, it's so boring. It's like, this is our fault.
Yeah.
Because if anybody does anything slightly controversial, they're gonna get barbecued for it. So it's like, what do you do? Do you
what do you do?
If you're scantily clad, which hey, that happens sometimes with performers. If you say something off color, if you say something overtly sexual, if you say something provocative, if you say something political, it's like you're gonna have to hear it from your agent, your agency. People are gonna hashtag boycott Maroon 5, and it's like, so what do you get? You get 6 songs that could be playing in a bowling alley, and this is our fault. If we wanted to have provocative artists, we could do that, but I don't think the NFL or anybody that's involved with it wants to do it because, even Gladys Knight had to defend the fact that she wanted to sing the national anthem.
National anthem,
once we're there, it's like, this is what we're going to have. We're going to have milk toast.
A lot of people are saying that Travis Scott, it was bleeped out too much. I didn't see the halftime show. Did you think it was bleeped out too much? Like, should he have even been on stage at all?
Well, if you're going to do that song.
Should he have picked just a different song?
Yeah, that song is called Sicko Mode.
Yeah.
And, the things that he's alluding to were, it's same as ever, sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah.
So if that's not what you want, go and reanimate the Who. And we'll do that. We'll do that again. But I don't want to hear you guys complain because we can't have it both ways. You cannot complain about everything's controversial and that my kids are watching and he said boobs or something. I don't know if I can even say that. But if that's going to be the case, then you can't complain that something's boring. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. Kimberly says, wait, where'd that comment go? Oh, I lost it. Oh, the Super Bowl was meh. It wasn't a great game to watch, and halftime was just meh as well. Super Bowl was a snooze fest. I love football. Commercial and halftime was boring. I thought Levine needed a mentor for The Voice. Kelly Clarkson, maybe. He was really off. That's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying they love Adam Levine, even Maroon 5 fans, but they said his voice was off. I did listen a little bit this morning to Adam Levine, and it was just meh to me too. That's the word I would use, is meh. But maybe if I'd had a few drinks in me and was watching it last night when I should have been watching it.
Yeah, so that's
it probably would have been a little spicier.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you guys eat last night? Stephen Hill is asking
everything.
what.
Let's talk about the important things.
Send us what you ate. Chris and I ate the meatballs that we were supposed to bring to Erica's house. So we've got a lot of leftover meatballs. I'll be bringing them to work tomorrow.
Where are
for everyone
those?
to
Don't
eat.
tease us.
Yeah, I'll bring them tomorrow. I
feel like meatballs are the most underrated food because it seems like something like, it's just a meatball, but like if you make it right, you cook it in a little bit of red wine, let it marinate
spicy,
for a little while.
It sat in the crock pot all day yesterday, and then I failed.
Now who's the chef? Chris is the chef, huh? No?
We're both chefs. Chris is the better chef. Chris is a chef. I'm the cook, if you will.
Chris is one of those guys that he's just good at everything.
He is. It's really annoying.
You know who he reminds me a lot of is Stu. Stu is like one of those people that just like kind of know, but they don't throw it in your face. I remember one time I was walking out to my car and Chris was showing me that something was wrong with the axle on my car, and it's just like he was just staring at it. But he just kind of, I just feel like he's one of those guys that just like he's super smart and quiet and cerebral.
He is.
You
he's
done
very
good,
quiet.
girl.
Oh, thanks.
And he did good too.
We just need a ring on this finger, so
you
can, any influence you can have in that.
Okay.
Let's talk about Adam taking his shirt off. Everyone's talking about, is it okay for him to have taken his shirt off when Janet Jackson was reamed so much for the accidental exposure of her
First of all, Justin Timberlake ripped it off of her.
Yeah.
It's not like she was like, blink.
It wasn't like, look at this. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Janet, it's so weird how Justin skirted around that. Because I feel like a lot of art, first of all, if that happened now, I think it'd be a lot different. It would have been considered almost sexual assault.
I totally agree with you.
So he did that at the right place and right time. But that seems like it's always been the thing, is the rock stars with their shirt off. I mean, if this was the Red Hot Chili Peppers and it was Anthony
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah,
you didn't get
has that guy ever had a shirt on? If I looked like that, I wouldn't have my shirt on right now. I'd have it off. But yeah, it's, again, I think that this is what we expect when we see rock and roll. Whether, like, let's say he had a shirt on, but he was doing sexual gyrations with his hips. I mean, I remember that was a big thing when Elvis
Yep.
was coming up. Was able to only shoot him from the waist up because everybody's like, it's so provocative. It's like, look, guys, we got to shake it up a little bit. We all die at the end of this, so let's have some fun. What do you say?
Yeah, Jennifer Mercado on Facebook, she says, when your performance is tanking, just take your shirt off. Not a bad point.
No, I might do that today on the show. I'm going to make one bad point, and they'll be like, that didn't make any sense. I'll be like, all right, guys, let's go ahead.
Also, let's talk about the tank top he was wearing. Everyone's making fun of the memeing him because it looked like a pillowcase. Have you seen those memes?
Yes.
What was that shirt?
Yeah, you're just going to, it's so weird. Like, I don't know what you do because no matter what you do, you're going to be on the internet.
People are going to find something wrong with it.
Yeah, so, I don't know. At the end of the day, guess what? Adam Levine performed on the Super Bowl yesterday. What did you do? What did I do?
Yeah, I know, exactly.
So I think he's got one up in the category.
Yep. Barb on YouTube had shrimp, pulled pork sliders, pizza, calzones, and buffalo cauliflower, and a bunch of dips.
How is she up right now? I'd still be asleep.
Barb did it right. BH Brady wants to know, how was Erica's party? Stepped in an Instagram story about the food, and it looked amazing. Were those brownies in little pans?
Yes. The brown. You know what's so weird is I barely ate anything. I was so...
Man, I missed all the good food.
Yeah, I had landed straight from L.A., hanging out with the kids. This Saturday, my buddy Hannibal taped his Netflix special, so I've been up for him for that. So I landed straight from LA and went straight to Erica's house, and I was in that weird thing where I was like, I just went straight to the booze and then watched the game.
Yep. And you forgot to eat all the good food.
I didn't eat all the good food.
That's kind of a bummer. I bet she has leftovers. She'll probably bring leftovers today.
Text Erica right now.
Knowing Erica, she'll bring leftovers.
Don't forget your loved ones here.
Isaac ate some, he's texting her right now. Isaac ate some rice, barbecue chicken, and green beans. Ooh,
there we go.
Yum.
That's good.
Rainey says the bigger issue is that JT ripped it off. Yes, exactly. Then went on to do numerous Super Bowl performances, yet Janet has been blackballed. Yep. You're exactly right, Rainey.
And remember, we talked about it. We were hoping that there would be the reunion
last
year.
Reunion.
I think that would have been a perfect way.
I did too.
How did they not get Janet back up there unless
maybe she didn't want to?
Maybe she feels some type of way like, hey, you didn't get my back.
Yeah, you didn't have my back because he really didn't. And I love Justin Timberlake, but he really didn't have her back at all after that.
Yeah.
So, but I thought so too. I thought he could have brought her up there. That would have been the perfect time. DBL Nation, keep sending us your comments. Who would be your ideal halftime show?
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, like if you could pick one person.
Maybe we need to reset and just go and get like a Stevie Wonder or something, and just kind of reintroduce what we think about with the halftime show. I think that we've been trying to get very poppy and just right down the middle.
Yep.
But why don't you if you're going to go down the middle, get somebody everybody loves.
Yeah.
Like Stevie or Elton John or something like that.
And I love, Elton John would be good. I loved when Missy Elliott came out and surprised everyone, but there were so many people who didn't know who she was. A lot of younger people, and I was like, how do you not know who Missy is? But that was my favorite, in memory, my favorite halftime show I can think of. But
yeah.
Oh man,
Not
Singing Mary is a travesty. Singing Mary says Erica is funny. She always has a cook cooking everything. It must be nice. You go, Erica. Erica's very deserving. She's worked very hard, and you're right. She does deserve it.
I've worked hard. I don't have a cook.
You could.
But no.
Al's been cooking his own stuff. He's been meal prepping.
Yes, I'm gonna go home and
very proud.
And marinate some. There's nothing better. I don't know about you guys. There is nothing better than marinating meat while you're at work.
Oh, yeah.
And just knowing that it's there, so like it's been sitting there for like 5 hours.
I've got chicken marinating.
Yeah, so as soon as you go home, you throw it in that smell.
Yep.
That you're like, oh.
I'm gonna put it on the grill this afternoon. It's supposed to be like 60 here today.
Woo!
I'm putting the stuff on the grill today. I'm doing it. Yeah,
You're teasing
I'm doing it.
me.
Yep,
Come on,
barbecue. It's marinating in the honey barbecue.
too.
I'm definitely bringing the meatballs in because if I eat any more meatballs, I'm gonna be sick. So definitely bringing those in. Let's see. Kelly says
a taco bar. There we go.
Ooh, where do you see? Oh, taco bar, boneless wings, and loaded potato slices.
I have a question for Caitlin.
Caitlin,
we need to talk about boneless wings. They're not wings if they're boneless wings.
I don't like them.
They're chicken patties.
Yeah, they're chicken tenders. They're little chicken nuggets.
I don't trust anybody that gets boneless wings over bone-in wings. If you're going to have wings, have some wings. Have your technique in terms of how you break the wings down and eat it. But if you're eating boneless wings, I'm like, it's okay, but it's not a wing.
It's not a wing. I totally agree with you. They should just call chicken. Yeah, but it's just a chicken nugget with wing sauce on it, right?
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. It very much confuses me.
It's a chicken cutlet.
Yeah, I don't like boneless wings. I'm a regular wing.
Yes.
I like the messiness of it. I think it's chicken. It's chicken. Chicken.
I like any form of chicken.
Alex likes any form of chicken. I do too. Who doesn't? BH Brady says they need a legend, and for them to make it their farewell performance, that would get people to tune in.
That's a good one. And you know who's constantly retiring, BH? Is Elton John. He's been on this retirement tour forever, so that would be really cool if he was like, I swear I'm not. But I think all these guys, I know that George Carlin did the show, I think 2 weeks before he passed away. All these guys, they just want to perform. Who was it? Not Bob. Who's the older comedian? Don Rickles. Mm-hmm. He was like in Vegas at 90 whatever, like a week before he passed away. Like entertainers want to keep going. I think that's why when they always say
just want to entertain.
I think they're like, I'm gonna retire. They go to their mansion. They look at this thing and they're like, I want to be back on stage.
Bored,
and next thing you know, they're back in Kansas City,
which is so cool.
Yes,
though.
it's really cool.
Oh my God,
It's a calling.
There's a comedian. I'm blanking on the name of him. He's doing the same thing. He's not that old, but he's older, and I'm blanking on his name. Chris and I saw him at Comedy Works, and it was one of the best shows we've been to in a long time. But he's older. It's just fun. Oh, they want to know, what did you think of Michael Jackson in 1993? I am too young to remember.
Wow, that's hurtful. Well, we'll just go to the old giving tree and ask him.
I was only
Mr. Jackson, 6. What was it like? Well, we took some pliers and turned the TV on. Smoking Joe Frazier was on there. Yeah, it was. I kind of remember Michael, but again, these are Michael, Prince. I believe did Cyndi Lauper ever do it? You're like, I don't know. I do think that there was
Jason left us. He knows all
there was
these
a
things.
pantheon of entertainers, and I feel like you would pick from this small group of people, and it kind of rotated. I think Stevie Wonder's done it twice. But now I think that we're kind of at the second tier of entertainers, and I think it's only going to go down.
I think you're right.
And also, I don't know, if people have images and things that they want to procure and keep in a certain place. I mean, is it worth it for you to do the Super Bowl? I mean, you're going to get a lot of exposure. I'm sure Maroon 5 streams are up crazy, but I don't know. Maybe we need to go back to Bruno Mars. He was great.
Oh,
Beyonce
Bruno Mars
great.
was, and everyone liked Beyonce too.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of people last night that were like, I'm watching Beyonce's halftime show right now instead. And they were just going back and watching that one because they loved it so much. Frank Wolf on Facebook says, the halftime show was okay, but I had hoped for more. Prince raised the bar too high in 2007. Now that was a good halftime show.
Playing the guitar
Prince,
in the rain.
Oh my God, that was incredible.
Definitely. Good call.
Cheryl Ladd. And Sing with Rod Stewart. Do you know who Cheryl Ladd is?
Kind of.
And Isaac says you're cool.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
Isaac, usually that's followed by an insult, but I think as long as it stops right there, Isaac, I'm fine.
He even hashtagged your name. Hashtag Al. I love it.
Wow, and for Pam Washington said she had burritos and fell asleep before halftime.
Touche,
Pam, that's
Pam.
your fault, okay? You should have known. You know what burritos do. They have one job, and it's to put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Can you stay awake if you're on the couch and you have a full burrito?
No,
I don't
heck
think
no.
I don't think any human being's ever done it.
No.
By the way, I don't know how you do your burritos. My thing is, I take a bite, and I put the hot sauce just on the next bite. Yes, and it's more of like a... I kind of season each bite.
Yeah, but are you sure you're not tasting too much hot sauce?
Well, you can't.
Alex says no.
The thing is, you have to respect your hot sauce.
Yeah.
And as a hot sauce connoisseur, I've ruined meals because you're like, oh, I don't like it hot, and you kind of don't, and then you're like, I can't.
And then you're like, I just ruined it.
Yeah. So just like do it to taste. Remember, you're not winning any contests, so just make sure you do it.
What's your favorite hot sauce?
Well, that depends on what I'm eating.
Oh, it changes.
Yes, if I'm doing Cajun food, I do Crystal hot sauce. It's a salty kind of vinegary based hot sauce. Obviously, any kind of Mexican food. I don't know
I'm hungry.
the name of it, but what's that? It's on the tables of every authentic Mexican restaurant. It's like a lime green with a white cap. There's a lime one, there's a lime green one, and a red one.
John Venturini, send it in. Let us know.
Yes.
Let us know what he's talking about. Pizza Hut was giving away free pizza for a year for firstborn kids after the coin toss. That's weird. What? Wait, what?
That's a very convoluted...
Pizza Hut was giving away free pizza for a year for firstborn kids after the... How did you win?
Okay,
How could you win?
So if Pizza Hut says, let's say, hypothetically, you and Chris have a child, and Pizza Hut says, you, if you name your kid, if you name your daughter Wendy.
Okay. You can have Wendy's?
Free Wendy's for life. For you and the child for as long as it may live. Just name a Wendy.
I'd say yes, probably. I ate Wendy's yesterday.
Wendy's is delicious.
It's so good. I hadn't had it in probably 6 months, and it was delicious.
Yes.
I got one of those spicy chicken sandwiches.
Oh, that is mine.
Oh my God, it was so good. A little mini kids frosty, and it was delicious.
Oh, Wendy's.
Oh man, guys. Well, it looks like it's time for us to go. We've got to toss to a really good Heart Threads today, Al.
Very cool.
I figured a lot of us were feeling kind of sluggish today, so we needed a little pick me up. So here it is. Take a look. Have a great Monday, everyone.
When I look back over everything else, and where I'm at now, I feel like I came a mighty long way, and I feel like I can fully accept myself now. I wasn't ever on the street, but I know how it was to not have my name on a lease of deed. 2014, I called the shelter hotline, and the shelter hotline picked me up and took me to DC General Family Shelter.
Sasha came to us on the verge of like her first real experience with classic homelessness, where you're like on the street or in a shelter.
Hi.
Hi.
Good night. That was the staff going to check in. I wanted to actually meet people that was on the street. I wanted to see someone's story about how they turned everything around and, you know, successfully got their place, things like that. So little did I know my story would be that.
She comes to our workshop and she really takes to the opportunity of being able to tell her story.
I was just able to, you know, just try to figure out what I had to deal with, come to terms with how is this going to happen for me and my daughter, when are we going to be out of there, like a personal diary for me.
My daughter and I couldn't stay here any longer. She was going to be successful. Her life was to be one of love. In order for us to break free and get our own place, I had to first get a hold of my mental health by coming to terms with my own childhood.
Not to simplify it, but there is sort of that documentary magic where really by the time she was done filming, she had gotten herself into an apartment.
Just seeing my daughter, how she changed from being with family, then in shelter, and then just us. I remember just sometimes waking up and I'm like, oh, I'm here. I'm not, you know, in the shelter.
Some of the stereotypes that come with homelessness from the outside perspective is that these are choices that people make, and so people deserve to be where they are, or that they can just choose to get better. No one is better at dispelling those myths or stereotypes than the folks who have lived the antithesis of those stereotypes.
It's a lot of misconceptions about homeless, and you don't know what people actually are going through, so you just want to be kind-hearted to people, and you just want to give them resources, and you just want to let them know not to give up.